Vietnam. So, yes. But I see I see a newbie here, no? 16 years old. Pinayagan ba yun ng parents ka?
Fortunately.
Wow, super young looking. But thank you so much for coming in. I'm so excited to present our reigning Miss Universe Egypt, Loginah, and our Miss Universe Bahrain, Shireen, and of course with Dr. Jonah. So, thank you so much. Dr. Jonah's few words.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to meet our Miss Universe Bahrain, Shireen, and Miss Universe Egypt, Loginah. I'm so happy that they're here straight from the airport.
Yes.
I'm so honored.
Yes.
Thank you. And also, the press. Salamat po.
Of course, Shireen.
Yes, I want to say good evening. Merhaba, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you so much for taking the time to come here. I'm Shireen Ahmed, Miss Universe Bahrain 2024. Nakakainggan po talaga nandito na uli ako sa Pilipinas. The last time I was here was 2022. So I'm glad na nandito po ako ulit. And I'm glad that some of my family members are here as well. So it's a really special night and I can't wait to converse with you guys. Thank you.
Wow.
And Loginah.
I'm super happy, super glad. The love I felt from Filipinos, starting from my coronation. I'm super happy, super excited to train in the powerhouse of the Queens.
Yes.
Queens are born, actually.
Wow.
And where they are trained, and I'm super excited and happy, and thank you for the hospitality and the love I felt from the moment I stepped into this beautiful community.
Wow. Let's start the questions from the media.
Hi, ladies. So nice seeing you again. So nice to see you. So we would like to know, first of all, so we're here to know you guys more. Can you please give at least 3 fun facts about you that you still don't know?
Any fun fact?
Yeah.
About us.
Yes. Fun fact.
Okay.
Do you snore?
I have one fact. My daughter always tell me, why are you so clumsy? Like you get to the door, you fall, and then I'm very clumsy, and I love cooking. I love baking a lot, and I have. My mother tells me like I have a big sense of humor. This is fun. It's a fun fact because I can laugh at any time. I can make everyone laugh at any time. Even if it's a serious moment.
Yes. We need you in your lives.
I can't think of anything right now. I mean, I don't know that it's that fun, but like, I can't dance to save my life. We had to do a dance for Miss Universe Bahrain 2024.
Yeah.
And it took me about, actually, I don't think that I still was able to dance throughout that entire time. So that's one. I can also somehow read and write Hangul, which is a Korean language, but I don't know what I'm reading and writing. And this is because back then I was really obsessed with K-pop. She was obsessed with it as well, my cousin. And that's a few ones for now.
Okay, thank you. And for a follow-up question for Diana, do you know any Filipino words?
Yeah. Mabuhay. Mabuhay, Pilipinas. Kamusta? Ako po si Loginah Salah. Muy sorpresa ako sa Diyos niyo.
Okay. I have one question for Dr. Jonas. Dr. Jonas, since this is the second year with
Yes.
you can do, or what kind of approach po kaya na you will give for this year?
Well, it's more of like the vision and the mission of why I'm still part of the Miss Universe. Of course, working with Josh, which is also the vision is like more on helping a lot of people, inspiring them through these queens that we have. I'm a dentist, so we are promoting them, and we are looking at more of programs that could be like outreach program that could help the community. So, parang gano'n yung atake namin we were actually talking about that outreach program with Josh and also with the team, um, giving them the confident smile through the solidified smile, and that's what we are trying to provide.
Any exact payment ba for the program?
For
For the program? Any exact date? Or wala?
not yet, because it was really hectic.
We're checking the schedule.
Perfect.
Super crazy hectic.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And for your children, what activities should we do? Anong abangan namin sa kanila?
Well, tomorrow I actually arranged a massage day for them. That's the first one because I know that they're so exhausted from not only the traveling but the competition that they had, and I think that they deserve a pampering day. But afterwards, it's a rigorous training every day, of course, because we have like only few days to train. We don't have the opportunity to train like other girls like 6 months or 8 months. But of course, for me, it's quality versus quantity. And well, we have some offers to guest in some TV shows,
Hey.
but I'm checking the schedule because my priority right now is for them.
Thank you so much.
How old are you?
For the Philippines.
It's kind of serious, but it's focuses with your advocacy. So first one, how do you plan to collaborate with other organizations and individuals to maximize the impact of your advocacy efforts as Miss Universe Bahrain and Miss Universe Egypt?
Well, as Miss Universe Bahrain, I personally advocate for single mothers. I was raised by a single mother, and she is a single mother. I've come to find out tonight. And what a testament to what they can do and what they can achieve all while raising their children, right? And so I think the way that I could really make use of working with other organizations is by using my own personal skills, that being with my presenting. I have a background in journalism and media as well, and I would use that to maybe interview more women and get them to be spotlighted into other media platforms or brands and collaborate to showcase how, for example, women-empowered, women-focused brands could come into play with not just telling the stories of these women, but also selling a product as well. There are many more ways, I imagine, but this could be the start. Thank you.
First, I want to say thank you to Shireen because as a single mom, I feel that somebody needs to share our dreams, to share our story because it's not easy, yet it's so, I enjoy every moment with my daughter, but my advocacy is for children. Me as a different child because I had vitiligo. I faced bullying, I faced isolation, and I even withdrew from lots of sports. So now, after 15 years of the journey of self-discovery, now I discovered not only I accept myself, but I embrace it and celebrate it every day. And hence, I decided to be the voice of the unheard. I work with the Ministry of Education, going to schools and universities to speak about bullying and how dangerous it is. I also work with cancer hospitals because the cancer children suffer from emotional distress due to losing their hair. And I thought if I could let those children see that their worth is far more than their physical appearance, they would not just conquer cancer, but they would conquer the universe. And as Miss Universe, I'd like to inspire others to overcome adversity, find the bless in the mess, just like I helped those children.
Thank you very much. So this is a question. If you were one of the judges during the finals, what would you look for in the next Miss Universe?
I think I would look for somebody with empathy. It takes a lot to have empathy. Empathy is something that we could get. It is something that we have for other people, for people around us. But to truly feel another person's pain and be able to take from that and action it off into making a difference and doing something that could really create that change is something that I would look for in a woman. And I would look at this not just through her words, but through her action and in the way that she is around people around her and in the way that her eyes light up when she talks about something that really means a lot to her.
I would look for 3 qualities, and the last one I will tell you why. The first thing is authenticity. She has to be true to herself, true to everything that she does. She has to be advocating and believing in what she stands for before the fact. This is something very important. She has to be compassionate, because compassion is when you take actions after you feel sorry for somebody. And she has to be disciplined, because without discipline, nothing can be done or nothing can be accomplished. She has to be authentic, she has to be compassionate and disciplined. And one thing I want to emphasize on, it's the X factor. What's the X factor for me? It's your soul. Because nobody can have your soul. You can learn how to walk, you can learn how to talk, but nobody has your soul. I see many beautiful girls backstage, laughing, smiling, showing their spirit. When they get on the stage, they're like stiff and they're like, they want to stage it. It's nice to have that sexy look when the camera comes on your face, but the most important thing is to show your character, your identity. God created one copy of you, so why are you trying to be someone else? So I think that's the X factor, her soul.
Thank you very much.
Someone baby. I want to speak up. Say that you don't have a training, but and then you see that I love that.
Good evening. I'm Paul from Cabin News International. Yes. Here's your question. What do you think sets you apart from the other contestants in this year's Miss Universe competition? And if you win for Miss Universe 2024, what will you tell to do? The
What
first
will I
message.
tell to
The universe.
The universe. What do I think sets me apart? I think what sets me apart is that I come from a biracial background. And growing up, this was something that I was ridiculed for. You know, I was told I was never too Bahraini, and then I was also never too Filipino. So there was never a balancing act between the two. And in the end, I had to figure out what that meant for me and how I should spotlight and really be proud to represent both those countries and share that with the world. And so what I want to tell the world is you cannot put a woman into a certain box and tell her what she is and what she isn't, what she can and what she cannot do. Because at the end of the day, it is not our background that makes us, but it is our heart and our soul, like she said, that makes us who we are and puts our stand in the world for the universe. Thank you.
She's beautiful. Okay,
Miss PJ,
so what I think.
your question is.
I'll tell you something.
Uh,
You can record it. It's fine. You know? Me as a person, I never feel like I look at another girl as competition, but I look at her as benchmark instead. We all have inspiring stories. And to reach this prestigious pageantry, we all are successful. I think, and this is my advice to the generation, do not try to compare yourself with anyone out there. Let's lift each other up and inspire each other, because iron sharpens iron. So I never take another girl as a competition. But if I would have to say one quality that separates me or apart me from the others, is that I'm very relatable. I'm the girl that suffered in her team, like all other. I'm not gonna specify a gender. I'm not gonna specify any gender. Like the two genders, I'm that person that is very relatable, that girls can look up to, and I believe we can inspire the world. Yeah, with this beautiful crown. Thank you.
Miss Universe, and Miss Universe Bahrain.
Kuya Bong,
My question is, I know Miss Universe is already near. So what do you look forward? What do you are excited
For Miss Universe in Mexico, I would say the food. I mean, who doesn't love Mexican food, right? So I'm really kind of excited to be able to try
We
the
were
OG.
thinking about what's gonna happen.
Guacamole.
Guacamole day.
We're actually gonna leave like 2 days after the whole show, November 18 perhaps, so we could try out original, authentic tacos, guacamole, tamales, and all of that. So that's for me at least what's exciting. And getting to try dancing. I know I started dancing.
We're gonna do this together.
Oh, she's a good
Save your
dancer,
life.
so she'll teach me, I'm sure.
How about
But I'm looking forward to enjoy every moment of this journey. Guys, it was a dream and it wasn't on my plate. It was an impossible dream. I wasn't eligible as a mother and above 30 and vitiligo, having vitiligo to be a part of this beautiful organization. And now the dream is back to life. I was telling Shireen, used to sit on the couch and dream. If my daughter goes on stage, I let her wear this and that. I let her say this and that. I let her do this and that. And now I am making this dream come true. So I'm like, am I dreaming? No, I'm living in my dream. Thank you.
Okay, so let me start off with Sir Josh.
Hi,
Hi.
Salah.
So Sir Josh,
viral vlogger.
okay, Sir Josh, after the success of Erica Robbins last year, how are you going to top that? And any game plan you can share to us as of this moment, or are everything still under wraps?
Well, Erica, with her success and our success, it came with a lot of challenges. So for me, the only way for me to top it is like whenever we face challenges and struggles, we overcome it with all of our hearts and all of our soul. So for me, the best way is to actually be yourself. As Loginah is saying, is like be authentic to who you are, and everything will follow. Plus the discipline that she's actually mentioning.
One thing about Josh, I'm not cutting you, he supports his girls to the core. You have no idea the amount of positive energy, because my mind was like, do I sign for Miss Universe? It's a dream, but I can or I can't. He believed in all the girls. He pushes us to our limits. He's amazing. He is amazing. I have to say that because not everybody support. He's available 24 hours. He's there for us, and he's doing his best.
So I believe in taking risks. As I always say, you cannot cross the ocean unless you forget the beauty of the shore. So for me, it's about taking risks. Like we have so many challenges with Pakistan, with Bahrain, with Egypt, but I have to just go through that, and I feel like that's the only way for me to top whatever we have achieved. Because for me, success is a journey. It's a continuous story that you have to do. And I always say to myself that I'm a work in progress, so I always have to work harder and work more, on whatever goal that we do have. So, yeah. And about the second question, the plans. Well, our plan is to actually do pasarela training, more pasarela training. And I'm so happy because I have to mention that Loginah is a professional makeup artist as well for 12 years. Because I think that's one of the struggles that I had for my girls. Because you know that when you go to Miss Universe or any competition, sometimes you have to queue for like 2 hours and nobody would do your makeup. Or maybe like someone would do your makeup but they don't know your face on how to do your inappropriate makeup for you. So when you know how to do your own makeup, I think it's actually imperative because you would actually know what's best for you. So this is the reason why it's also part of our training. So for me, it's all about training. It's all about discipline, and it's also about being on the right mindset. So a lot of girls are doing pasarela, makeup, hair training, Q&A, but I see that not everyone is doing mental training. And for me, mental training is one of the most vital and most important thing because you need to be on the right mindset if you compete and if you win Miss Universe. So,
Thank you. Thank you. Kay Dr. Apostol tayo. Okay. So, sir, with gorgeous women like this, do you already have like a plan on what are you going to do? Are there new technologies in the Apostle Dental Cosmetic Center that you want to plug that you're going to plan to share with these ladies?
Well, number one, our goal with these ladies is to provide the best mask. That's number one. But at the end of the day, it's not really the technique, it's not really the new innovation that I have in the clinic, which I do have. But seeing them, listening on how they carry themselves, they talk, their mindset, their soul, their dreams for reasons. So
Thank you.
this smile, this smile is just there. They carry themselves properly with class, and I love it. And so I believe whatever things that I could help them, health-wise, dental-wise, and then I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, I'll have to check first, and let's see what I can do. We'll have to check them first. Let's see.
Thank you. Now for the ladies. So, coming from a very successful na predecessors. Mara, you had Erica, you had Eugene as benchmarks from last year because they are very articulate. They're not only beautiful in the head, but in the heart, but also in the face. So how are you going to live up to the expectation that they set?
Well, I don't think I look to live up to anybody's expectation. For me, it's just about honoring what they've done and the legacy that they've created. You know, Manar, Evelyn, and Lujane, they've all set the bar. Before this, there wasn't a Miss Universe Bahrain, and Josh started this, and Yugen Group started this a couple of years back, and I'm grateful to be able to say that I'm the fourth one, the fourth Bahraini. And I think because we're at the beginning of this, and we're starting to, we're trying to create more of a legacy and a representation, I'm going to just showcase myself and figure out how best I can represent both Bahrain and my Filipino background with that as well, because there's a huge Filipino Bahraini community in Bahrain, and not a lot of people know that. And I aim to just do that to the best of my abilities. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine is so simple. I do my homework. I take the advices from the experienced people. I always love to learn. I don't say I know this and I know that because I feel like the day you stop learning, you stop growing. So I am humbled to be Miss Universe Egypt after Mohra and after not sending queens for 3 years. Egypt didn't send queens for 3 years. So now it's time to show Arabs, it's time to show Africa. This is the time for Africa, like you said.
So, yeah.
Just a follow-up question to the beautiful ladies. Let's start with Shireen. Shireen, you mentioned something about finding the balance between your Filipino side and your Bahraini side.
Yes.
How much of it was a struggle?
Yes, I would ask
Because
you
there will always be people who will be pulling you from one side to another that you might not be Filipino enough, as you mentioned, or you might not be Bahraini enough. So how did you find the middle ground between that?
Brilliant question.
That is an amazing, amazing question. Like you said, yes, the struggle was that people were always trying to make me choose.
Yes.
Mas Filipino ka ba? Are you more Bahraini? Which one is it? And I always felt, why did I need to pick? And I think it just depends on you to find that definition within yourself. How I did that was through understanding who I am, to really, really knowing my inner child and working through all of the traumas. I think we cannot really do anything with our current self or accepting our present self, even if that's as simple as accepting your biracial identity, unless you start with the past, unless you start with going back to your inner core. What does your inner child want to say? What did you go through? And once you overcome that, I believe that everything else becomes much, much easier. And then finding your identity or defining it in your own way just becomes clearer to you.
Okay, so, another follow-up question, since you mentioned being biracial,
Yes.
because there will be four of you who are
Yes.
biracial Filipinas competing.
Yes.
Do you feel that there's already a community there upon coming to Miss Universe?
Definitely. You know, I actually reached out to Christina Chalk already. I watched all of these girls last year. I
We're
have
gonna
to
have
say.
dinner very soon.
I didn't know that. That's okay. I'm excited for that. But I was watching all of their preparation all the way up to the finals with with Chelsea, Christina, and BBB. I'm a big fan of all of them, and so I'm really really excited to be able to share this stage with them. And maganda rin, it's nice to know na meron tayong mga kapwa Pilipino dun para just like the Latinas, pwede mag-grupo din siguro yung mga half
Yes.
Pinay. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's now move forward to Egypt. You're the first candidate who will be going to Miss Universe with Vitiligo. Do you think that this is going to be a part of your story that you want to share to everyone in Miss Universe, and how are you going to do that?
I want first to answer a question I've been asked on social media. Did you win because of your vitiligo? That's a question, that's a common question. But I think I need to rephrase it and I need to put the right mindset to the person who thinks that. Because I didn't win because of my vitiligo, but my vitiligo didn't stop me from winning. That's the difference. I'm working hard and I'm qualified and I'm going to work even more harder for the Universal and Miss Universe International. I'm going to represent my country on a global stage. So it's time, it's time for inclusivity. It's time for diversity. Because something that is different, what does different means? You don't see it. If you see it every day, it's not different. So we need to include everybody. Nobody should be excluded. If they are qualified, they should reach places. They should have only an equal opportunity with anyone else. They shouldn't be treated differently, even with empathy.
Follow-up question. Can I?
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
one last.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so you mentioned that you're a single mom. So will your daughter be coming to Mexico to watch you later on, or your child?
My daughter every day says, Mommy, when is this university?
She's studying.
She's studying. And I'm like, yeah, she's very excited for me. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to fly to Mexico, but she is following on me updates every day. We're going to fittings together. I'm trying outfits, and she's like, no. Yes, no, yes. I share with her everything because when I got divorced, she was 2 years old. She was still wearing Pampers. So we took this journey. We grew up together because I was 26, So I embraced this motherhood, and I think motherhood is the most selfless form of love. Is the mother's love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mabuhay! My name is Armin Adina, representing the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Pasabog. Ladies, I'd like to know, what did your predecessors tell you about their trip to the Philippines last year? Let's start with Shireen.
Oh my God, they all loved it. I mean, I watched all of their interviews. Much like Loginah, I love researching everything there is to do with pageantry. I really am. I've become quite obsessed with it in the last year. It's almost scary now. Like Adam, I'm fangirling right now. And Pao, of course. But they all say the same thing. It's our hospitality is unmatched, right? It's much like the Bahraini hospitality, the Arab hospitality as well. So they all find familiarity with that. They all love trying the different foods, and I'm really excited to be able to do and explore more and get to learn from their experiences as well.
Thank you. How about you, Loginah?
Yeah. So Mogra told me, you're going to enjoy it so much in the Philippines. but be careful because you're gonna eat a lot. And today I was eating tofu. Oh my god, this is the best tofu I've ever
Maxes.
tasted.
They did not pay us, ah.
This is amazing. This food is amazing. This is the very first time to taste it today, but it's amazing. So I think the hospitality, the food, people are smiley. You have something kind in the roots. You know, everybody's kind. Yeah, so grateful. So happy to be here. It's already positive energy before training.
What is tofu in Tagalog? I told you earlier.
Tofu?
Tokwa.
Tokwa.
Yeah.
Listening top one.
Thank you very much. We're so happy you're
Thank
here.
you so much.
And I also have a question for Josh. If it's okay to share with us the training regimen that the two ladies will undergo, and if it's okay to share with us the people who will be handling every facet of their training.
Well, it's all secret.
So,
No, but actually, of course, we're going to do a lot of pasarela, makeup, hair, a lot of the standards that, you know, a Miss Universe Queen delegate would actually have to go through. But you know what I just want to share is whatever training we give, they wouldn't absorb it if they're not disciplined. So I'm very happy that, you know, both of my queens are actually very disciplined. Not only disciplined, but you know, of course, I want to share that she really looks so funny. She doesn't know, but she's really funny. And also Loginah is like, you know, has a sense of humor. But also, I'm very happy that she's very selfless. You know, she went to Saudi Arabia to receive an award. And then she needed to go back one day in Dubai to actually get her visa from the Embassy of the Philippines. But she still has time to go to her daughter's, you know, event and actually give time to her daughter. So I feel like, you know, you as a mother dividing your time, you know, and efforts to your career, to your achievements, to your daughter is something that's really honorable and very Miss Universe. You know, so that is something that I just wanna mention. And also with Shireen, she's very humble. No, she wouldn't tell you guys, but I will tell you a secret, you know, that you can actually put on record. When I had Miss Universe Bahrain 2021, it was offered to me, you know, by Miss Universe to have the first franchise ever in the Gulf. So I was the first one to actually handle that. So I had Miss Universe Bahrain. I couldn't do a competition. They told me to appoint. You know who I appointed first? I appointed Sherry. But, you know, she couldn't go because of some personal issues and her personal beliefs. But next year, she joined and competed. You know, she didn't win. Evelyn won, of course, obviously. But she's so humble to take that. Because for me, a queen, even if you lose the title, even if you win the title, but you actually show your sportsmanship and you show your empathy to other girls, for me, that's actually queen. That's actually Miss Universe.
Corona.
Thank you very much. That's good to know. Welcome and welcome back. And the best of luck to both of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Adam ko ba?
The intro.
Ikaw na daw.
Kung na daw idol.
Ako na ba?
Ayan, si Alalyn.
Yes, stop that. The intro.
Senior na. Senior. Dahil na si Tita muna. Tita muna.
To an army and nag-iisang punta.
Naka-live kami ba?
Magtanong ka na go.
As for you, yeah, as you said, you're just starting and nobody, I think from the Arab world, the Muslim world,
Yes, I did the right idea.
so you think,
Sorry, Miss Lebanon. Miss Lebanon. They know more. They're more pagkatera. So they know.
Loginah is
Yeah, but that was
Ano to tanong?
which year was 70s? Adam, you should know.
What year?
What year does he?
73, wow. Oh my God.
Miss Universe
Tinalo kayo sa
1971.
71.
She's the only Arab.
Yeah.
Wow.
You do the research.
under your stewardship,
I didn't tell us it.
is it really important for you to win or to just represent?
Well, no pressure.
the region?
But I believe that the only person who can pressure me is me. So I just do my best. And for me, it's not just about me, it's about the girls, it's about teamwork, it's about, the trainers that they do have, it's about the supporters that they do have. Like, for example, if Dr. Jonas needed, if God didn't send Dr. Jonas to me, it wouldn't be possible for a lot of things. So, for me, it's teamwork. And with teamwork, everything is possible.
Okay, so, ano bang realization mo? Kasi nasabi mo, it's not easy to stand between
It's not.
from
Mm.
culture. And your reality.
Well,
Why do you still
not only that, I can actually go on forever to talk about challenges. Like, for example, visa problems. Like, Pakistan can only travel to what? To more than 20 countries. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And when you go to Mexico, you need to actually either go to a stopover, which is US, or Schengen. So it's so hard for them to get a visa to US and to Schengen. And just logistically, it's a problem already.
Yes.
When they want to train in their country, hindi naman because I'm Filipino, not because I'm Filipino, but the best trainers are still in the Philippines. If they train in their country, maybe they can train, but not as the best trainers that we do have in the Philippines. But I'm happy as well because we're giving jobs and opportunities to the trainers. Actually, one trainer actually messaged me that they're so thankful because at least they have businesses that they can actually try. So for me, it's about teamwork. It's not just about the girl, but it's also about the people that surrounds her. Thank you.
We were speaking about pressure. So how are you handling the pressure? Competing in Miss Universe despite the bar that was set previously.
Despite what?
The bar.
The bar that was set by my
Yes.
predecessors. How am I handling the pressure? I think I'm grateful to have a really, really great community of supportive people around me. My best friend really helped me a lot through this journey. And as you know, with pageants, there's a lot of ups and downs. There's so many moments where you'll cry, you'll have meltdowns, you want to give up, and then the next day you're like, let me go again. And the main factor in all of the stress that you'll undergo with any pageant or with any competition really is that you have to just go back to your reason for doing this, right? What is the purpose? What did you set out to do in the beginning before you actually applied for this? And for me, that was always to give back to my mother. I have been a breadwinner for a couple of years, and that was always a dream of mine when I was younger, as I'm sure a lot of Filipinos can relate to this. Second, because I love her so much and I know her love has been unconditional and sacrificial almost like every other single mother that I know. I always wanted to bestow this not just to her, but to extend this graciousness to other mothers, which is why I really, really always think of my core reason for being here is Hope Amal Bahrain. It's a community platform that I started, and I hope to be able to provide essential needs like baby formulas, diapers, and sanitary napkins to the mothers, single mothers in Bahrain. So that's just, if you're thinking of how you can serve your community, that's what will parang give you back the joy and the boost of inspiration that you need to be able to take the competition further again. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think the biggest way to handle pressure is to know what to expect from yourself. We're human beings. One day you're good and very positive. One day you don't want to get out of bed, and that's fine. But here comes the discipline. Without the discipline, if you leave it to your motivation, you're never going to accomplish something. Because those days when you're sitting, you don't want to go work out, you feel so lazy and you're sleeping in bed, but you say, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to get up now and do it. So I always tell to my daughter, don't leave it to your motivation or don't leave it to your emotions because it's ups and downs. Just put a goal, put a discipline, and fight for it because you only know how hard it is not to achieve your dream. I always say the road to hell is heaven and the road to heaven is hell. Like today, if I'm sitting not doing anything, today is my comfort zone. I'm going to be happy today. But the future is going to be hell and the opposite. if my days are hard now and I'm working very hard on myself, the future is gonna be heaven. So yeah, it's the right mindset, you know. It's just trying to go back and relax and try again tomorrow.
Wow, that's thoughtful.
For my final question goes to you, Josh. So what's your advice to these beautiful ladies, in terms of handling pressure?
Well, I need them to be number one disciplined. They're very disciplined. Number two, I need them to feel that they really love what they're doing. Because if they don't love what they're doing, they're not just wasting their time, but also the time of other people that surround them, realistically. But also, there might be like some girls, in any part of the world, who wants to actually be on their shoes, who wants to have their craft, who wants to have the opportunity to have this platform, but they were not given a chance. So when you're given an opportunity to have this platform, to have the crown, to have the shash, do everything that you can do. Be responsible for it. I always tell my staff, my colleagues, my partners, that for me, just be responsible. If you were given a task, just do it because it was actually handed to you. So for me, if I would put it into a few words, just be responsible. So, that's it.
Okay. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Siya muna.
Ako muna. Hi guys, I'm JR, one of the rep of Miss Doc said. Currently we are live now, so wala siya dito, so I'm assigned to ask this question. By the way, hi muna po kayo sa kanyang viewers. Hi.
Hello.
Alright, so his question to Miss Bahrain first. What can she impart as a Bahraini in the world stage?
In the world stage.
Yeah, or Miss Universe stage.
Okay. As a Bahraini woman, we have often been, as an Arab woman, a Bahraini woman, we have often been labeled terrorists or Princess Jasmine. There's no in between. There's never been an in between. That's how I viewed the representation of myself growing up in cartoons, in the media, and I think now more than ever we are realizing how this has actually led to the dehumanization of Arabs, which is why it is so important talaga. Now we are here, we are doing this. I'm here showing up as myself, as a different kind of Bahraini woman, because we are a variety. We are a diverse group of Bahraini women. You'll have the religious ones, the not so religious ones, the modest ones, the ones who are, a little frisky. And we just come in all shapes, all sizes, different beliefs, different understandings. But at the end of the day, what Arabs have is tolerance. In Bahrain, meron po kaming mosques, we have Christian churches, Catholic churches, we have temples. And that just shows you how tolerant we are as a community and accepting of others, regardless of their race, their background, their religion, their faith. And I wish to show this to the Miss Universe stage so that we reduce the dehumanization of Arabs and don't see any more Arab lives being taken unjustly. Thank you.
Wow. Great. I have a question for Miss Universe Egypt. I know you're a very inspirational woman because of your skin condition, but most the viewers are also interested. How does you handle bashing and bullying?
That's a big question because I was even showing my best friend comments 1 hour ago. I'm not gonna say hurtful because now I protect my energy. I'm not like before anything gets inside. But where is the beauty in the picture? On most of my pictures. But I see, you know what? Something that I learned when I was studying life coaching certificate, that the greatest coping mechanism or the biggest coping mechanism human beings have is projection. If somebody sees themselves something, they will project it on you just to let it off of their burden. So it doesn't define me. It's my decision either to accept that and take it in, or protect my energy. But the beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. I respect everyone, but I don't have the energy for everyone. So I don't
Wow.
Who doesn't on caption?
All right, I have two questions from our viewers. She's Miss Elise Esguera, one of the finalists of Miss Universe Ireland. So she's currently watching right now in Miss Egypt. Egypt has such a rich history and culture. So how do you plan to incorporate elements of Egypt's heritage in your advocacy during Miss Universe?
Oh my God, I'm super excited, guys. I'm working day and night. You have no idea. I think Egypt is great. We carry a strong legacy of leadership. Even Cleopatra, she was very powerful. She's my idol. But we have Isis and we have Queen T. We have the queens. If you ever get like a book or read about them, you will never finish. And I think with the modern achievements of this generation, mixed with the legacy and the leadership, we can create a woman that stands out on the stage. I'm super excited.
Yes. Thank you. And finally to Miss Bahrain po. Her question, as a representative from Bahrain, a country that is emerging in the global pageant scene, what message do you want to convey to the world about the country and its people?
I want to tell the world that Bahrain is an open country for anybody who wants to come and visit it. You can explore our vast history. Some even say that Bahrain could be the Garden of Eden, if you've heard about that in mythical fables. Some believe it to be. I am on my track of trying to research if that is true myself, because I'm a historical buff. But I want them to know that, and I want them to be able to come to Bahrain and really experience Arab hospitality, and hopefully that'll diminish whatever the Western ideal has told them otherwise about Arabs, because we really are the most generous, the most hospitable. Something like Loginah bringing you guys the dates this is a standard. Sometimes we will bring and open our homes to you and leave the homes so that you can stay in our homes for the entirety of your trip. That is how far Arabs extend their hospitality to any of their guests, no matter who that may be. So I want to show that to you.
Thank you. Thank you again, everyone. And welcome to the Philippines. Good luck.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay. Since you've been asked so many questions already. First of all, I want to say hello, Shireen. It's so nice to finally meet you after meeting you online for so many times. Okay, so they practically asked everything. So I just want to make light of my turn here. We all know that they're going to pick top 30 this year. It's going to be a new format.
But you're going to be there in Mexico.
Yes. So
Thank you.
I'm just wondering, how are you sizing up this whole new format? Because as it is, they announced that they will be picking 4 continental queens after the preliminary show, and then one queen coming from the fan votes. So how are you juggling this whole information in relation to the other top 25? Would you want to be selected by the judges to get that award, to get that continental award at the start, so that you have a sigh of relief coming to the finals? Or would you want to get to the top 25 by your own merit? Who would like to start first? Later. Yeah, because it's a test of personality. So who would like to start first? Yeah, about it. Like,
Well, I guess I can start.
Yes.
So you asked.
But first, which continent do they belong?
Yeah.
Asia, Africa.
Africa. Yes.
Africa.
Okay, Africa.
Okay. Well, for me personally, I think it's a greater chance to give all of the other girls, the smaller countries, the newbies. There are a lot of returning countries that I haven't participated in a while. So I think it's a great chance for them to be able to showcase themselves, what they can offer, and give everybody a fair and equal chance to maybe place, as opposed to they wouldn't really have that chance if it was limited to a lesser number. So that's how I see it. I think for me, my goal is to be seen as a Bahraini woman, as a fourth Bahraini woman, so that other younger Bahraini girls can look at me and say, oh wow, I can do that too. And so any placement, I mean, even just being on the stage itself is a good enough deal, but that's just my take.
Fair enough. You, Loginah.
Well, it's a hard question, but I'm going to answer it from my heart. I believe that even if the judges choose somebody, it will be on the total performance. Miss Universe is not just a good walking girl, a good talking girl. It's the X factor I'm telling you about. It's your aura. It's how do you deal with people, how humble you are, because this is very important. She is someone that a whole generation will look up to. So she has to be really true to herself, not only in the pageantry. And they look up also to her past. What did she advocate for? What did she participate? What are her beliefs before even getting into a pageant? So even if the judges chose somebody, it will be based on many stuff, not only because they prefer her or something. It's a whole world. It's a years of preparation. This is not easy because people think, oh, pageantry, you walk on this. No, it's a lot of things. It's you. It's your X factor. It's your soul that nobody can copy. You know. So I think I'm grateful to be on that global stage. Of course, I'm looking for replacement, but but to be on a global stage and for every girl to say, I can do that, I can be that. Her vitiligo didn't stop her, so my psoriasis will not stop me, so my autoimmune disease will not stop me. This is an inspiration. We are already inspiring women. We're not reaching there to inspire, but we're reaching there to amplify our purpose and a mission. Because there is one thing, I never tie my goals to a target or to something, because when it finishes, then your dreams are done. I always tie my dreams to a mission and a purpose, because this will never end. This is continuously. Even if I win the crown is just the beginning to an amazing journey. And if I didn't win the crown, it's going to be amazing to continue with my journey of inspiration as well.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so I'll ask lighter questions now. The Gala de Catrinas event will be the first major event that you guys will be participating. November 1, Day of the
You know
Dead.
better, huh?
Miss Universe is... No, because nobody has asked this yet. So, earlier it was rumored that it would be the substitute of the preliminary evening gown competition, which they eventually reverted to the plan. So I wonder, of course, it's Mexico, it's a hostile Latin territory. You have to bring out all your guns blazing. So I wonder, who will be dressing you up in that particular event, and will that particular designer be dressing you up to the very important preliminary and finals?
Wow, that's a light question.
Light question. I know, right?
No, we don't want to
I
talk
think
about it.
that
It's a hosted
Because I mean-
event. So they're gonna sponsor it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
So they got their measurements, but they provide the accounts.
Okay. Light question.
He knows all the technical details.
A last question. Do you guys have WhatsApp with your fellow contestants? Do you guys interact with each other in the WhatsApp?
There's a WhatsApp
Because-
for all the winners, for all the delegates. Yeah.
Or Miss Universe
Who are you
right
closest
now.
with right now, and who would you like to be rooming with if you were given a chance, if it will be in your power to choose your own roommate?
Nice question. na lang dalawa.
We're not Egypt and Bahrain.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
So we're hoping for that. I mean, also it would be nice to be roomed with anybody else, right? It would expand our horizons on their culture and whatnot.
Correct.
And it would put us out of our comfort zone, which is what you need in a pageant setting. But if we had the option or the choice.
We have the same eyeliner.
She would help me
Bottom
with makeup.
We're gonna have each other.
That's why.
You know?
That's why, yeah.
And so it would be great, yeah. Thank you for
All
that.
But to answer the WhatsApp group, I think they haven't started the WhatsApp group.
Oh, all right. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Even with
Oh,
your
okay.
personality.
All of you, the winners.
Yes, they will actually.
Hello, girls. She's facing, and how do you think it can be best resolved?
Wow.
Who wants to answer first?
No.
This is a top 5.
Top 5 question.
Sir Josh.
What the football match? No, but I just want to get shocked. It's actually ridiculous that the football fans of Indonesia are bashing Shireen, on their social media. And if you see her social media, she's being bashed by football fans because there was a rumor that Bahrain cheated against Indonesia. And Indonesian fans. So the FIFA actually turned off their comment section, so they all went to Shireen and bashed Shireen. So,
I'm kind of used to it right now. But yeah, no, it's been a lot. There's like some threats as well.
What they have to
Just
do with
like
football?
very Islamophobic comments. And I don't know what I have to do with football. I was very confused waking up one day. But I wouldn't say that that's, the biggest problem that my country is facing.
Well, if you're asking me about the biggest problem of my country, I wouldn't tell you. You tell me. So, but I'll let Shireen and Loginah answer that. So.
Okay. So for replacement question,
But
can you
No, they can answer.
Okay.
From my point of view, the greatest problem that I have in my country is the children marriage.
Is the one.
And leukemia, genital mutilation. Those are two things that are very important. We need immediate action, and I've been working with the UNHCR for the past 3 years to avoid that, because you have to take it from the roots. The parents are the reason why this is happening, and we work on that. You work on that. You spread the awareness of how dangerous it is, and how you should not let your child marry at an early age. But this is a big problem that is very timely and relatable to my country, which I'm working on. Yeah.
Wonderful. I guess may question pa ba?
Yeah, follow-up question.
Shireen, do you answer that? The greatest problem in their country?
I'm still thinking of it. It's not.
Bahrain is one of the richest countries.
Big problem.
Too much oil, too much gold, too much fuel.
I think a lot of the problems Bahrain is facing, it is being worked on because it is such a small country.
Too much fuel.
It's a small country, but it's a mighty country, and I believe that we are very traditional, but we are also accepting of progression. But we take our time with it. We are, I pride on the fact that Bahrain takes its time with its changes, and I believe the leaders are doing everything that they can to address the changes that need to be changed, whether that be in the education sector or the gender equality sector with job wages or anything else really. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Camera's ready.
I think the most awaited question.
The most awaited question is
And before that, can you give them a sample first for the
yes for the introduction. Can you give us an example of your Miss Universe introduction? By stating your name and country.
Yeah.
right before we got here.
Like Loginah.
Oh,
Like what I did. You want them to stand up?
Yes.
One by one, no?
Yes.
Okay, Shireen first.
Galing, Shireen.
Shireen, go.
Hello, princess.
Oh my
Yung
God.
question niya kanina, that's being asked actually multiple times previously sa Miss Universe. With your current problem on your country in the
Yes.
house. It's being asked before as Miss Universe.
Correct.
So I will prepare for that,
Yes.
definitely. So,
Because they're asking you to, it's actually partly problem, but how can you address it, universally,
Exactly.
personally on your part?
Very.
It's being asked na before.
Thank you.
Nasabi ko lang, sorry.
Very, very welcome. Thank you, Coco.
Okay
Okay,
na.
so,
Cameras ready?
Cameras ready.
okay.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Ano pa lang to, basics pa lang.
Very
Hindi ko i-full on muna. Okay. Shireen Ahmed, Bahrain! I said I wasn't gonna scream. I don't know why I didn't scream.
Shall I say now? Okay. Now? Now? Okay. Loginah, Salah, Egypt!
Okay. For the final question,
Okay.
yes, why should you be the next Miss Universe?
Who shall go first?
Yeah.
In a different way.
Yeah. We did answer that.
Debate.
Yeah.
Debate. Debate.
We answered that, I think. No?
No, it's different.
Yeah, okay.
You can ask
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay, well, Miss Universe has been around for 75 years,
Yeah.
right? Just to make sure.
Right, right.
So in the 75 years of Miss
73.
Universe,
73.
yeah,
73rd. You can be the 74th.
it will be the 74th. Okay, in the 73 years of Miss Universe, we have only had one Arab winner, and that is Loginah all the way back in the 70s. And I think it is high time to be able to see an Arab woman. And as that Arab woman, I would really, really highlight the voices of every Arab woman from whatever country we come from, all of our beliefs. And I also want to highlight the single mothers that are working very hard to create and build a foundation for the youth and their children for the future. So I want to really, really make sure that every Arab woman is heard, understood. And again, like I said earlier, no Arab lives will be taken unjustly again. This is exactly what is timely now, what is important now, and it's high time to see any Arab woman, whether that be her, whether that be me, it is just our time to shine.
yeah. Well, mainly my advocacy was three parts. First, I feel like Shireen said, Arab women are underrepresented on a global stage. We need to show, and I think it's time to showcase our talents, to showcase our tolerance, our resilience, and how we have many role models. This is the first thing. The second thing, I felt excluded one day, and now that I feel included, I want everyone else to feel included. I don't want any child or adult to feel what I felt. And the third thing, which is the main thing, is the children. The children are our bright future, the promise to a brighter and a better future. And I would like to not only inspire them to embrace their uniqueness, but not to try to copy anyone else, because your uniqueness is in your identity and your strength is in your DNA. So don't try to be anyone else. And from that, I would love to take my voice on the stage to the whole generation to try to overcome adversity and celebrate inclusivity and uniqueness, and find the blessed again in the mess, because this is my favorite quote. And so nobody would feel behind or left behind, you know.
Thank you so much.